Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat as far as their futures contracts. After being up as much as 10 cents or more on Friday morning, corn and bean futures sold off Friday afternoon to close the day. While corn ended the day only down a penny, beans closed down 26. KC wheat gave up 32. It was a rough week in the grains as old crop corn was down 31 3/4, new crop down 9. Old crop beans lost 82, while new crop beans lost 48. KC wheat, the July contract, lost 52 3/4 by the bushel. The corn market is making the transition from a market that's gotten used to year-end carryouts of around 1.2 to 1.3 billion bushels to a market that is looking at 2.2 billion bushel carryouts. If a 2.2 billion bushel carryout does in fact come to pass, the current $5 level on new crop December corn is likely still too high. Ideal Midwest weather and weak demand remain the main factors pressuring these markets lower. The best wheat bids delivered to Houston lost a dime on Friday, with 110 over KC July currently the best bid. Corpus Christi's public elevator and ADM remains closed for Milo trucks. Anderson and Timco in Houston are open daily during the week from 7 to 3, and Timco will be open. They were on Saturday of this last week, 7 to noon. Neighbor, there are your movement of grains and the commodities, brought to you by John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. We are on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, how do you see this week's sheep and goat sale Tuesday, cattle Wednesday?
Sheep and goats, kind of thinking what kind of had last week, maybe catch a few more. We had a few showers around today, so but sure ought to dry out enough by tomorrow evening and Tuesday morning for them to get them in there. So sure looking kind of like we had last week, somewhere around that 2,000 to 3,000. And then on the cattle end, I sure think we kind of have something like we've been running, Larry. Sure gotten green, and I don't blame them for getting them a little bigger. I don't know how many are out there, but
right.
Sure thinking somewhere around that 700-800 on the cattle end.
How long or how much rain have you gotten since you and I talked? I guess we talked on Tuesday evening for the Wednesday sale.
We've had about a little over an inch over the weekend, just some little showers coming through here and there. And then prior to that, when that I guess it had been last Friday, we had 2 inches, then we had another 80 points, and then another half inch on top of that. So we've gotten some decent rains around, and go north of here. They've caught I've heard up to 6 inches in some spots over the last 10-15 days. So
yep.
It's been good.
Well, good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from Friday as we approach the National Pork Carcass Cutout Value, 84.38 in the afternoon report. That was 65 higher than the prior quote. Federal slaughter, 2.401 million head of hogs through Saturday, for a year-to-date total of 49.376 million. Last year's pace was 48.664 million head at this same point. As we look toward the cattle side of the meat equation, wholesale box prices, choice 301.10 up 279, the select 283.94 after a 33-cent boost. The rib primals were 431.47 and 389.84 respectively. USDA says federal slaughter 642,000 head for Saturday, for a year-to-date total 12.565 million. Last year's pace 12.988 million head. Looks like the week's bulk prices were $2 stronger, near $178 in Nebraska and steady at $170 in Texas. Neighbor, there's a look at your meat moves for Friday afternoon. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how's the Mason sale shaping up?
You bet, Larry. We had good rains in the area again. As I just talked about before we started the report, we had a lot of places had an inch to 2.5 inches, kind of depending on where you're located at. And so that really wet down the ground on Friday and Saturday. We got around 350 head on the yards right now, about 50 cows and 300-something calves. Looking for that 500 tomorrow, but we're real glad to see this rain and see the country bloom up. We got a few folks that maybe not got that much, and hoping we'll have some more rain by the latter part of the next week, Larry.
All right. Anything coming to San Saba Thursday you want to talk about?
We got a couple loads of calves. I got calls on them on Friday and Saturday that will be coming in, and they'll be fall calving cows. They're bringing them on in, and so we'll have that. And that's about all I know at this time, Larry.
All right. We'll tell everybody how to contact you, Ken.
You bet. Then give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. And kind of put on your calendar if you need to. On June the 3rd, we're going to have our next special female sale. Got about 3,300 consigned bread already, Larry, coming up on June the 3rd.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
You bet. Appreciate you, too.
You bet. We'll talk to you Monday night and see how Mason panned out.
Sounds great, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how's the Mason sale shaping up?
You bet, Larry. We had good rains in the area again. As I just talked about before we started the report, we had a lot of places had an inch to 2.5 inches, kind of depending on where you're located at. And so that really wet down the ground on Friday and Saturday. We got around 350 head on the yards right now, about 50 cows and 300-something calves. Looking for that 500 tomorrow, but we're real glad to see this rain and see the country bloom up. We got a few folks that maybe not got that much, and hoping we'll have some more rain by the latter part of the next week, Larry.
All right. Anything coming to San Saba Thursday you want to talk about?
We got a couple loads of calves. I got calls on them on Friday and Saturday that will be coming in, and they'll be fall calving cows. They're bringing them on in, and so we'll have that. And that's about all I know at this time, Larry.
All right. We'll tell everybody how to contact you, Ken.
You bet. Then give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. And kind of put on your calendar if you need to. On June the 3rd, we're going to have our next special female sale. Got about 3,300 consigned bread already, Larry, coming up on June the 3rd.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
You bet. Appreciate you, too.
You bet. We'll talk to you Monday night and see how Mason panned out.
Sounds great, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
Neighbor, it's time to catch up with Leo Casas. Leo, how are you?
Doing good, Larry. Well, times like this make you wonder why not everybody is in the cattle business. These good, consistent rainfall patterns with these high prices and getting higher every day. Tell you what, and we've been talking about it for 6 or 7 years. The numbers finally caught up. They say these are the lowest cattle numbers in 60 years, if you can believe that. So that's when supply and demand comes into play. And it sure is nice to be owning some cattle right in the middle of a market like this. So enjoy it while you can. Anybody has any need for replacement cattle, I've got several hundred available. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Have a lot of bulls available for lease or sale also. Keep up with us on a daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm, and I'm with Stephen and Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Boys, you ready to sell some T-post?
Oh, yeah, Larry. We've got a special we're running on some 6.5-foot, 1.33 green American-made T-post. Tony, tell them how much those guys are running. You know what, Larry? These T-posts are running $6.25 a post. That's if you get one. However many you get, that's the cost on them.
Well, it sounds like a good deal to me. $6.25 a post. Y'all tell us how to get a hold of you.
Yes, sir, Larry. You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 160. You can reach me out at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
Y'all go out and talk to these boys. They'll sell you some T-post, guys. Thanks for being on the program.
Thank you.
We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. It's 7:35 on Sunday evening. What's the Monday sale going to look like, Gary?
Larry, we got about 1,000 in, looking for probably 1,100, somewhere in around that neighborhood. We got 100 head of packer cows, and probably about 15 or 20 pair pair. Pair or middle-aged pair. They're sort of on the plain side, but they're young. Other than that, we got not no great big bunch of kids. Got a lot of yearling cattle, big cattle this week. Got about 100 from one outfit. Come from down south, but we should have about 1,100 probably tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Gary Butler, for the Monday sale in Nixon.
You can catch us here at Sale Barn at 830-582-1561 or 62. And catch me on mobile, 830-857-4330. Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil field pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock, getting ready for the sale for May the 22nd. It's a Monday. What's it looking like Sunday night?
Going to be pretty light again, Larry. You got a pretty soggy one around here. A lot of people had anywhere from 2.5 up to probably 7 or 8 inches or so. Lots of water around. I would think we're going to have 150 head. We got right in 100 in now. Hardly any cows to speak of. Do have 2 little young black Corriente bulls. If anybody needs one of those, do have some good calves. Probably got 40 head of weaned calves off 2 different places. Those cattle are going to weigh anywhere from 5 up to 750. So looks like I say, hopefully catch a few more tomorrow. The market's sure good, and let the rain keep coming. We're sure enjoying it. I'd like to remind everybody, no sale Memorial Day and that next special stocker feeder sale coming up on June the 12th. In the meantime, you can reach us 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Thank you. McCoys.com. Make McCoys your choice for livestock pens and rodeo equipment like the 40-foot utility round pen or a manual rope and chute. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. We are on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how's our Monday sale shaping up about 7:40 Sunday evening?
It looks pretty good, Larry. Got a little catch up from last week. A few more head in this week. About 11 or 1,200 it looks like for tomorrow. Got some strings of calves. We've got those. I got some weaned steers there. There's about 90 of them. About 70 of them are F1 Brayfords. 25 or 30 Brummers, straight Brummers on them, but they are weaned yearlings, probably weighing from 6 to 8. And then we've got another set of really good black calves there. Kind of weighing from 4 to 6, I guess. Another set of lightweight black calves. Got a good set of Brummer cows in. There's about 100 of them, I guess. Pretty good age cows off of one place. Probably 20 pairs, maybe 30 or 40 bred cows, and then some open cows, kind of some wet bag cows off of them. Another set of little crossbred bred cows. So it looks pretty good tomorrow. I think we've got a pretty decent set of stocker cows and got a good calf run. So we'll see what happens.
Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers, sells them on Monday. Tell everybody how to contact you.
361-813-6650 is my cell. 361-786-2553 is the office webpage, liveoaklivestock.com.
We appreciate it, Riley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Jim Wheeler. Jim, you got something coming this week you need to tell people about?
Yes, sir. I've got 65 heifers and steers. They will be knife cut. Red Molly face, black Molly face. The quality will be good. They will be here Monday for the sale on.
All right. So you folks are hearing this Monday for the sale tomorrow. Y'all get by and look at them. Jim, tell everybody how to contact you if you need to talk to them about them.
You can reach us at 830-569-2516.
Jim, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk. Maybe here's a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo 1053, Corpus Corn 654.5, Houston Wheat 934, Houston Beans 1105. Cotton sales 38,853 bales at 80.57. That's it for Down on the Farm. I'm gone.